And keep it going for Chang. Chang. His cute dog. I actually had a different story prepared, but this actually happened 4 days ago. Very raw, still haven't really processed it. Bear with me. So I was at my favorite noodle shop in downtown Oakland, and my favorite food was being ruined by someone one table over. And it wasn't what you're thinking, actually. There was a little kid, he was eating very messily, spitting his food back up, but the person next to her, to the boy, the mother, it was speaking to him in Mandarin Chinese, which I could understand, but most of the rest of the restaurant, being white, probably couldn't. And she was saying to him, "You're so disgusting. God, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this and making me work so hard to clean up after you? You're so gross. You're so disgusting," in Chinese. And I'm listening to this, and I'm seething. It's really burning a hole, that it's ruining the meal in front of me. I can't concentrate. There's a conversation. I'm with somebody, and I cannot concentrate on a single word. And she looks at him and says, "Are you satisfied now? Are you satisfied now? I have to clean myself up in the bathroom. You're so disgusting," in Chinese, with a sneer. And with every word she's saying it, the little boy is cringing. He's crying. You can see his reaction. He was facing me. I can see exactly the reaction on his face. She gets up to the bathroom. Like most bathrooms in Chinatown, it's behind the end of a hallway around the kitchen. I have been a regular at this restaurant. I know exactly where the bathroom is. And I said to my lunch companion, "Excuse me, I'm going to be right back." Women's restroom is one side, men's restroom is the other. I wait. She comes on out. I let her get just a little bit by me, take her by the shoulder, and press her against the wall. Say, "Excuse me," in Chinese. I don't know if you realize this, but that right there is considered child abuse. And I said this in Chinese, like, maybe this goes well in the home country. I know I've experienced my own share of it. But here, the wrong white person sees that, and they'll take your kid away. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? And her eyes are wide open. Now, she's Asian, so that means regular for you white folks. I can make that joke, yes. Also, given the way I dress, I realize that in Oakland, I end up looking like an Oakland gang boss, which I assure you I'm not, by the way. With a little dog, I realize I'm like an eye patch away from being a villain in a James Bond movie. "Do you expect me to talk?" "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die." In another life, maybe. But here, it worked out well. I said, "You're going to get back to your table. You're going to clean up your son. And you're going to treat him with respect." She's in near tears, and she said, "Okay." So go back to the restaurant. Meal's still ruined, but at this point, the stream of berating and abuse ended. And the one time the kid did spit up another load of thing on his chest, the mother gives me a very nervous look and then just quietly wipes him off. Now, you might think from this story the enemy is the woman, and actually I'm here to say no. A lot of us, you hear these stories about children of alcoholics becoming alcoholics themselves, children of abuse becoming abuse victims. Where did this woman learn this from? Every single person, every human on this earth was born perfect, pure, and something happened to him. She learned this from someone who hurt her when she was young and innocent, and so on, all the way back into iniquity. The real enemy is indifference. We were sitting in a full restaurant. Every other person in the restaurant saw exactly what I saw, and no one did a thing. And how many of us, actually I wrote about this in a Facebook post recently, and people were making all these comments about it, and everyone said, "I wish I could have done something. I saw this at this restaurant, it happened last week," and we all say this. I wish I could have done something. And I'm here to tell you, you can. You can and you should. We often talk a good game. "Oh, there's this injustice far away. I'm going to vote against this. I'm going to do this to..." And yet the injustice is right behind us, right around us. We see someone vulnerable being mistreated, and we just turn a blind eye. It's really none of my business. I don't really want to get involved. You don't really know. Well, you know what? Maybe it is time to get involved. I haven't mentioned this to even some of my closest friends before, but I've, by my count, been in about 6 fistfights initiated by me against someone hurting their child. And here's the thing I've learned about fighting people who hit children. It's really easy to win because their practice opponents are uncoordinated humans 1/3 their size. They are totally sucking at the fighting thing. Even if you are a moderately decent hitter, you can completely own them. In fact, I would encourage every one of you to do the same. Next time you see some piece of shit hitting their kid, you just take a swing at them. Give it a whirl, because you know what? Chances are you'll come out ahead. It has for me. Thank you.